This happens to be a mythical figure which the Dogon people of Mali would use at the beginning of a harvest. Artifacts tell the story of a people. Thank you for joining us. Today we're going to talk about art from Serengeti Gallery and Cultural Institute, or Serengeti Gallery as many people call us. We are a fine art gallery located in the DMV, Washington, D.C., Virginia, Maryland corridor. And yes, by the way, we do focus on the African diaspora. We're going to use a couple of artifacts that come from the African continent, one from Mali and one from the country of Benin. When we talk about art, we are talking about the culture of the people who created the art. When we get to understand ourselves, we have to go and look at the artifacts that comes from a long history of African artists, African artisans working in various places on the African continent. I would like to first begin with a piece that comes out of Mali. It's a very popular piece, and those who have been collecting African art, I'm sure that they have come in contact with this piece. This piece of art is called the Chiwara. Chiwara, C-H-I-W-A-R-A. And I've already mentioned it comes from Mali. Beautifully sculpted piece. You will notice the wonderful antlers that are here. And the mane. This mane represents the male figure. And there's another figure, which is the female figure, which carries a smaller chiwara on her back in this space that we're looking at here. So, this chiwara, why is it significant? Well, when these mystical figures appeared, people knew work was to be done. It appears at the time of the harvest. I think it's a rather nice piece. What about you? And now, ladies and gentlemen, we're leaving the country of Mali and we're going to travel to the ancient Benin Kingdom in West Africa. Benin is known for its bronze work. Bronzes that are thousands of years old. This piece weighs about 10 pounds, all from bronze. We have a horseman, we have a horse. So you're seeing an ancient warrior, and when we look at the ancient warrior, his weaponry, his attire, tells us about the particular period in which this piece was created. There's a spear that the warrior is carrying. Here's a shield. In other pieces, you will find a warrior with a crucifix or something else that represents the Portuguese invasion of the African continent. And you will begin to find Portuguese mounted on horses as the Africans are telling the stories. So when we're looking at history, we can only get to understand it by looking at the artifacts which were produced during very specific time periods. So here at Serengeti, we like to reconnect our audience with the African past. And through connecting with these artifacts, we are able to better understand our history and the significant role which we played not only in the history of the African continent, but also in the history of the world. Africans have been all around the globe long before there was a place called the United States of America. Long before there was a Chicago, a New York, a Louisiana. Africans had already traversed the mighty oceans and carried their civilization all around the world. Thank you for joining us. If you find this information useful, please remember to give this video a thumbs up. Thank you very much. Bye.